I was waiting for a bus a few days before Labor Day, and I live in a neighborhood that's a half street in a sea of have-nots, and this is a half couple.
He's in Brooks Brothers, and he's got the fresh minted Wall Street Journal under his arm, and she's a looker. She's got Bloomingdale, Neiman Marcus clothes, latest issue Vanity Fair.
And I can't make any conversation with him for a whole year. I see him every day waiting for the bus. And so I talk to myself out loud. And by the way, I find that audience very appreciative.
So I say, Labor Day's coming up. That is the worst thing I could possibly have said. He looks at me. He gave me that look that no old coward would give to a speck of dirt on a cup. And he turns away.
And I what's the challenge? The bus is late in coming. I say, Labor Day's the day we march down Michigan Boulevard, Chicago's main thoroughfare. Banners held high, steel workers, union auto workers, farm equipment workers, packing house.
Which side are you on? Solidarity forever. He turns to me and he says, we despise unions. And I say, oh, I got a pigeon here.
Now I become the ancient mariner, fixing him with a glittering eye. And I say, how many hours a day do you work? It's something of a non sequitur, so he's caught unaware. So he says, 8. This time I got him pinned against the mailbox.
Why don't you work 16 hours a day? 16, yeah, because your great-grandparents worked 16 hours a day.
And I say, you know why you work 8, not 18? Because 4 guys got hanged 100 years ago. It's the Haymarket Affair in Chicago.
They were campaigning, old German anarchists and others, campaigned for the 8-hour day. And there was a big gathering, and someone threw a bomb, no one knows who, a couple of cops were killed and people. And the people who were speaking there, and long ago gone, were convicted of conspiracy, and of the 8 people convicted, 4 were hanged. And you know what they were fighting for? The 8-hour day. So these 4 guys were hanged for you.
By this time, the couple is somewhat trembling, and the bus comes, and I never saw them again. To this day, I know she's up on the 35th floor of the high-scale high-rise. They look down, he says, is the old nut still down there?
Anarchists were very influential and strong in the United States in the late 19th century, especially in Chicago. It seemed to be a sort of center for anarchist thought. And it's not surprising that anarchists were powerful, because those years were years of terrible conditions for American labor. And anarchists played an important role in sort of organizing people and leading them. And what happened at Haymarket in 1886 is that there was a meeting, an anarchist meeting protesting police murder of strikers, and a bomb exploded among the police, and 7 policemen were killed. And to this day, nobody knows who threw the bomb, but they simply rounded up anarchist leaders. You know, it was convenient. They still do that. They round up people who they don't know they committed the crime, but they just suspect them, or they say, well, as they did then, they say whoever committed the crime was probably influenced by the anarchists. So they sentenced 8 anarchists to death. 4 of them ultimately were executed. That was the Haymarket Affair.